for my life, Spirit, thank you for my life. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful life.
Woo-wee! You guys are good. You're good. We might have to have them as the guest musicians. What do you think?
Then I'll sit out there.
Yeah, the voices of spirit. Yeah. All right. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something joyous, wonderful, delightful, fabulous is always happening. And you're part of what makes it so. So thank God you're here, right? I want to let you know that Unity of Sarasota is a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. I'm going to ask you to repeat that with me and really own it. Feel it from the inside out so that you become that beacon. We are a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. Whew. We are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces and empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living in our lives right here and right now, right this moment and every moment forward. And we join with our unity movement worldwide in creating a world that works for all. If you happen to be a guest or a newcomer here for the first time today, I would love it if you would just stand for a moment, because we like to find out where people visit from. That's always kind of fun. And we also have a gift for you. I have a gift for you. It's a shell, yay, yeah. It's a shell necklace, which is indicative of the beautiful, gorgeous beaches here in Florida. You know we have one of the #1 beaches, Siesta Key Beach. But you'll have that memento. Every single shell, each individual shell on that necklace represents the individual love that you are. And then when we string the necklace together, we become a community of love. So you're part of that community. So Bruce, go ahead and show them what they've won. We're going to start. We're going to start right back in the burgundy shirt here. Where are you from? Sarasota. All right. Welcome home. Woo. An actual Sarasotan. Wow.
Your name isn't Palmer or Honore, is it?
Wow, that's amazing.
Or Uline.
That's amazing. And how about in the beautiful, colorful dress? Where are you visiting from? Excellent. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, and right here, where are you visiting from? Excellent. Welcome. Welcome home. And here in the white shirt. 25 years in Sarasota. Welcome. Welcome home. Sarasota is the winner today, apparently. So this is great. This is great. We love it. We love it. We love it. And this beautiful man that handed you your gifts just happens to be our board member of the day. He also happens to be the vice president of our board of trustees. If you have any questions or anything, you can ask Bruce, and he will be at the red umbrella welcome table in the fellowship hall after the service. Ask him all kinds of things, see if you can stump him. I keep trying. I think Bruce handed you a welcome packet as well. It's filled with information about Unity, and clipped to the back is a welcome card. We would love it if you would fill that welcome card out, so that we can get to know you a little bit better. You can get to know us. We can let you know of upcoming events, because as I said in the beginning, there's always something really cool and wonderful going on here. We have lots of concerts. We just recently had a cabaret. We've got all kinds of things, classes and workshops and yoga and kirtan. We've got everything for mind, body, spirit, and even our mental well-being. So everything is available to you. So we don't want you to miss out. So if you'd fill that card out and put it either in the offering plate or take it to the red umbrella welcome table in the fellowship hall, we would love to have you do that. And we're glad that you are here with us today. I want to welcome not only our newcomers and our visitors, but also all of you and those who are joining us on our live stream that is working today. Yay! Hey, let's wave to them. All right. good to see you. Good to have your energy with us from home. We appreciate that. Just know, too, that if you need to miss a service, you can still catch it live on our website. You just go to unityofsarasota.org, go to the Services tab, and scroll down to the service that you want to view. You can either do it in real-time live stream, or you can catch the recording later at the same location, or you can catch the recording on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. So there's never a reason to miss connecting in with your community and with Spirit. In any case, however you're joining us, it is wonderful to have you joining us, and wherever you may be in your spiritual journey, we're very delighted to have you join us on our spiritual journey, so that as we journey together, it makes the trip a whole lot more fun. In fact, it kind of makes it like a little vacation. I had a very little vacation this year, very, very little. So when I journey with you, it's like taking a vacation trip, right? Aren't you my vacation partners? Yes. So I'm just going to consider Sunday morning as part of my vacation. Wouldn't that be a different way to look at things? I'm not working, I'm vacating, which would mean I'd leave, right? So, no, just kidding. I'm in a playful mood because, how could I not be wearing these clothes? Seriously. I could join a circus today, right? All right. I just went in my closet and grabbed everything that was bright, So, anyway, I digress. But I'm having fun. We have some invitations for your participation here in this spiritual community. The first being that I want to thank our building and grounds volunteer team. They were here yesterday. They keep things looking spiffy and beautiful on this campus. Is this not a beautiful campus or what? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. So any of you folks who are on the building and grounds team, please stand and be recognized. I know that a couple of them are back there in the booth, in the video and the sound booth, and we've got a few back here as well. We have several who are on vacation away right now, so those of you who were here, thank you so much for all that you do to keep this place looking gorgeous as you do. Thank you again. It's the fourth Saturday of every month. The team gets together, and it's a really fellowship building kind of time. It's not just work. It's a lot of fun, too. And we always eat lunch together afterward, and it's always yummy. So you might want to check it out. It's a great way to get connected. Also want to remind you that on the first Fridays of every month in the fellowship hall, we have a kirtan service. It's not a service, really. It's a time to just chant and be carried away by the vibration of the music. It's like ecstasy in song. So very sacred, very wonderful. And our sound man, Tim's wife, Cheryl, leads that. So check it out. Just being in her presence is soothing. And chanting with her is even better. So check it out. Really cool. We hear from the Peanut Gallery. Next Sunday is July 3rd. And so we've decided that we're going to have an indoor picnic. The reason we're having an indoor picnic is because last year we had this huge cookout. We cooked out and ate in because it was really hot and pouring down rain. So we decided we're going to beat you, Mr. Rain. We're ahead of you. So we're going to have an indoor picnic because it's going to be really hot and it's going to pour down rain. So what we're asking is that you bring a dish to share, and let's break bread together and have a good old picnic indoors. You with me? Let's do it. All right. And we've got some more fun coming up. The second Fridays of every month is movie night, and this, when is that? The 8th, the 10th, the 8th, July 8th. And what are we watching? 5 people you meet in heaven. Cool. Let's hope none of us are already there. Anyway, 5 people you're going to meet in heaven. Watch it. It's a great movie. You get the movie, you get popcorn, you get sody pop, you get all kinds of fun stuff, right? And there might even be other snackies, right? So come watch the movie together. It's really kind of fun. Also, here's a sad announcement. The Sunday morning awakening class with David Hawkins will be on break until September 4th. Woo! David decided he needs a little vacation. So just know that you can stay home, have your coffee, and awaken there, and then by the time you get here, you're fully awake, right? Okay. And I want to thank David for doing that class for how many years is it now? Almost 10. Almost 10 years.
It's about time you took some time.
Yeah, about time you took a break.
So what are you going to do? Sleep a little bit from the Awakening class? No.
All right. Last but not least, you may have noticed the Chinese lanterns. We forgot to celebrate Chinese New Year, so we decided we'd do it now. Actually, this is your minister lying to you right now. That's not what those are at all. We have a beautiful little friend, little Woody Woodpecker, who is very, very anxious to get into this sanctuary and be part of this congregation. And so he's constantly banging on the windows and on the wood frames of the windows in the building, and other not so fun things that he's doing to the windows. And, you know, birds, what they do. Anyway, we love Woody. However, we would love him to not bang on the windows and things. So one of our extraordinary volunteers went on Google and found out that if you get these beach balls with these eyeballs on them, and I'm not sure what else, supposedly it will dissuade Woody from doing the things he's been doing. We'll see if Woody went to the same Google site and knows what he's supposed to do. So we love Woody, and we would love Woody to be a little more distant. So that's what this is about. But it is festive, right? So yeah, so we're celebrating. All right, Rob, suppose we do the Unity song.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sing.
I'm gonna have you stand up and do.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel is already here, is already real. There is no one out there, there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity. One flower, one roses, one light to lead the way. All loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world's darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one, we are unity.
Let's take this opportunity to get centered and fully present and move into prayer. So I'm going to invite you to, excuse me, I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you to do so. Otherwise, create a soft, fuzzy gaze, perhaps at the candle flame or the flowers or the beautiful outdoors or our wonderful woody balloons. Just whatever allows you to leave the past in the past and be fully present right here and right now. Feel the support of the chair and imagine that it is truly the support of Father, Mother, God, Spirit holding you, lifting you, deepening you, raising your consciousness, enveloping you in the goodness that is God. And so let's take a deep breath into the very center of our being. Let that breath fill your heart to overflowing. And then release your breath fully. Just allow yourself to move into this divine flow and circulation of good. Breathing in deeply and exhaling fully. And so once again, a deep breath in to the center of your being. And imagine this is the breath of God surrounding your heart, massaging it gently. And then allow your breath to exhale fully. The breath reminds us that we are always in that divine flow and circulation of the goodness of God. That truly, Spirit is as close as our next breath. So once again, a deep breath in, knowing that it is the in-breath, the inspiration of Spirit itself. And we fill with that inspiration, and as we exhale fully, we share that inspiration with all whom we meet. We become the living inspiration of Spirit on earth. Just know that we are divine within and all around, and that we are called to fully embrace and embody our humanness, knowing that in time it gives way to our spiritual truth, that we live both human and divine simultaneously. We're called to embrace and appreciate the human experience, to learn from the human challenges, and to touch more deeply the spiritual center of our truth. We are Spirit expressing in a vastness of uniqueness, diversity, individuality, and yet we remain one in the crucible of unity. We are one. We are one. For this realization, the truth, and our willingness to live in, through, and as that truth, I am eternally grateful. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen. Guess what? You're up again. But I'm going to have you sit for this one and just create an open body posture for this. Okay? I think, am I off the page? Yeah, I'm off the page. I'm off the reservation. Hang on, just a second.
Keep you in line.
Okay, do-over. We're going to say our statement of being together. Sorry, I got lost in that prayer and didn't come all the way back. Sorry. Ready? Am I ready? Okay. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. You are an individualized expression of God. We are individualized expressions of God. Okay, open body posture to receive this and be it. Next slide, please.
Joy and peace in my heart, always for you. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life. I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life. I am healed.
One more time.
Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within reveals joy and peace in my life. I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart. I always feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart. Always I feel joy and peace in my mind. God within revealed joy and peace in my life. I am healed.
Thank you. We'll begin today, as is our practice, with our core value affirmation, and I would ask that you recite this with me. Inspired by divine guidance, we express joy as spontaneity, playfulness, fun, creativity, and imagination. I have not much resonated with the word delight for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know. It just never really grabbed me, you know. Oh, that's so delightful. You're such a delight. I don't know. For whatever reason, it just didn't grab me, never resonated with it. But this past week or so, a little bit longer, it's kept popping up in my mind for some reason. And so I thought, well, if I don't resonate, and I'm sure there are lots of you who do, so I thought, you know, we could all use a little dose of delight right about now, I'm thinking. Don't you think? Delight's probably a good thing, yeah. So I was thinking maybe I could, you know, get better acquainted with delight. And so I'm asking you to go on that journey with me so that I can get better at it. So will you help me? Yeah, okay, cool. So Alan Cohen wrote, "You will find truth more quickly through delight than gravity. Let out a little more string on your kite." I like that image. Let out a little more string on your kite. When was the last time you flew a kite? Been a while, I bet. Been way too long for me. I'm going to go get a kite this week. I've decided. I'm getting a kite, and I'm going to go to the beach, and I'm going to fly it. But getting ready to talk to you all about delight, a subject that I don't feel real confident with, I felt a little deficient, you know, so I thought, you know what, I think I'll search the internet for delight. You know, when in doubt, Google with God, right? Yeah. I mean, after all, that's where we found the lanterns, right? So, Google. So, the very first thing up, you know, I found delight in one of the most unexpected of all places. I saw an article about the new buzzword in Geekland, Silicon Valley. Seriously. You know, flowing from the mouths of software engineers and computer geeks, where we most often expect cold jargon of numbers and software code, is delight. They're buzzing with delight over there. How about that? Yeah, delight. A squishy, hard to pin down, touchy-feely term, radically unquantifiable and immeasurable, and yet it's the rage in data-driven Silicon Valley. Who'd have thunk it, right? I mean, if I'm out of touch with delight and those guys are in, I'm not quite sure what to do with that information. But as it turns out, Silicon Valley has a pretty good history with delight. And I'd kind of forgotten about this. I guess maybe they didn't call it delight. I didn't think of it as delight. But The vision and the legacy of Apple's Steve Jobs is all about delight, actually. He had a vision to lift people out of their daily routines into moments of awe and wonder. That was his vision in creating Apple. To surprise and delight the world with innovative, fun, amazingly useful gadgets. To create things that we never knew that we needed until Design for Delight made us all fans of gadgetry, and some of us even cult members of all that gadgetry. How many of you have anything by Apple? I think his vision was pretty clear. And the vision was all about delighting people with all this stuff. Now, as I said, you know, all these things that we never knew we needed until they were created. It's kind of interesting, right? When I was in high school, one of my most influential teachers, Mr. Widenhouse, said, you know, we've all heard that necessity is the mother of invention, and many inventions came out of necessity. He said, but think about this in the modern age. Invention has become the mother of necessity. So when things get created, suddenly we realize, wow, I need that. And so Steve Jobs was really onto something with that idea of creating things that delight. And I believe that delight is more than a goofy, trendy California New Age thing. It's a radical shift in our view and our approach to life. It's a radical shift in the way we look at things. Like, instead of me looking at, well, I work on Sundays, what if I considered this my vacation with people that I love and care about? I could be delighted by that. More so than, you know, getting up early on Sunday morning, getting cleaned up and trying to look somewhat good and hopefully say something that touches somebody in some way. Instead of thinking of that as work or duty, to think of it as, I get to vacation with my buds on Sunday morning. It turns the whole thing around. It turns it into delight. And the principle of delight really encourages us to embrace new things, new possibilities, to see with new eyes and new ways, to have new ways of being. You know, delight magnifies and amplifies our human experience and creates an emotional connection with our experience, with life, a life that's powerful and joy-filled. You know, what if we put our delight glasses on every day and we're looking for delight? Could you imagine how our day might go differently? You know, I remember one time I was on Interstate 5 going through downtown Seattle, and it was like a parking lot. And of course, my first reaction was huff and puff and be angry about it. It's like, I'm going to be late. That did not move the traffic at all, I will tell you. But at one point, I looked over and I saw this magnificent sunset over downtown Seattle, the lake that's in the middle of downtown Seattle, and the mountain range that frames it. And I thought, you know what? If I'd been flying by at 70 miles an hour, I would have missed that delight. But because I'm stopped here in traffic, I can take it all in, right? So look for moments of delight, even in the midst of what would otherwise tick you off. Try it. Delight it's vibrant, it's invigorating, it gives us energy, it's positive emotion that leads us to the next positive experience. So spend time with it. Reflect on delight. Create it. Become it. Live it. Live delight. And then the next time I come up to you, I'll go, you're so delightful. What a delight you are. I'm getting used to using that word now. It feels pretty good. You know, when you turn it around, it feels pretty good. You know, and here's the deal. Delight does not come as a result of things outside ourselves, but rather it emanates from that divine light within us. It comes from inside out. It transforms and enlivens us in every moment that we're willing to embrace and embody it. We feel delight and joy from the inside out. It warms and it lights us up, just as if We have a candle inside of us that was lit by God. Imagine you've got a candle inside of you, and you're walking around with that light shining. Then not only are you experiencing delight, you are expressing delight. You are being delight. Be delight. You know, as we awaken to this truth that delight lives within us already, then we begin to experience that limitless delight and power and joy. We experience it not only inwardly, but outwardly. And as we awaken to this truth and this delight, we inspire others to do the same, and then they shine their light back at us, and we get to feel their delight and stand in their delight. It's the journey of our lives, the unfolding of Spirit in and as and through us. We get to be that living experience and expression of the One. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the teaching of the science of mind, taught the universe must exist for the self-expression of God and for the delight of God. That's why the universe exists. It's why we exist, for the expression and the delight of God. You know, all too often, myself included, all too often we make hard and heavy work of awakening and transformation. Tell me I'm not the only one that sometimes we make that hard and heavy work really serious. And sometimes when we do our spiritual work, we focus a bit too much on the work, and we risk losing the delight of doing that inner work, of having that communion, that relationship with Father, Mother, God, Spirit. I know, you know, when I was in ministerial school, I worked very, very hard because I was also working full-time. I had a business that I ran. And so I'm in ministerial school working to become very spiritual so that I could be a minister and be spiritual. And I was working so daggone hard, I'm not sure Spirit was in there anywhere part of the time. Not all the time. But there were days that I thought, whoa, where's the Spirit in this? Should this not be uplifting? Should I not be uplifted so that later I can do some uplifting? So sometimes we get too serious. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is don't read the latest spiritual book that just came out on the market. Be with Spirit. Go sit out at the labyrinth, walk the campus. Go to the beach with a friend and just be in the midst of Spirit. And I guarantee you, you will be in delight. You can always pick up the book later. Be, then do. And then you'll have. Delight is dancing lightly with life. Dance lightly with life, with playfulness and a lightness of being, expressing and delighting, not only yourself and people around you, but Father, Mother, God, Spirit as well. Be the delight. You know, in the beginning I said that I had not really much experience or resonance with the word delight. And I'm glad that I decided to pay attention and do this particular talk, because in the preparation for it, I realized that I experienced delight a whole lot more than I was allowing myself to be aware of. And so I want to share some of those, you know, because I did what I asked you to do. Take some time, spend time with delight, reflect on it, be in it, immerse yourself in it, be available. And so I took that time to recognize moments of delight in my own life. Not too long ago, I went to an exhibit at Spanish Point, and it's a 3D interactive art exhibit, really powerful. And you take your phone and you focus it on this little thing, a thing. I don't know the technical term is thing, I guess. So you focus it on that thing, and suddenly a whole 3D experience happens, and you're in it. It's like amazing. I was delighted by it. I couldn't wait to get to the next one every time, all the different stations. I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is. And one was, I was in outer space. I was in a cave that was really cool. I mean, it was very, very cool. I would consider that a moment of delight. Several moments of delight. Like many of you, I went to the immersive Van Gogh exhibit. How could you not be delighted there? With the music and I mean, you're in it. You're in the art. You're in the painting. I was delighted by that experience. The beauty and the majesty of the Leitner Museum in St. Augustine. That is a fantastic museum. If you've not been to the Leitner Museum, go to St. Augustine and go. And there's a whole lot else that's wonderful in St. Augustine. I hope to experience it one day. That was part of my vacation that didn't work out so well. But I did get to the museum. And I focused on some of the things that I saw there were just mind-blowing, and some of it was just so majestic and beautiful that I was standing in the midst of delight. We have to be awake to it, present to it, aware of it. And then when we are, we realize that there are so many moments throughout the day that are all about delight. I mentioned the beach earlier. Walking on Siesta Beach, feeling that soft baby powder kind of sand between your toes, and looking up and there's this fiery sunset lighting up the sky. What could be more delightful than that? I mean, that's amazing. You can't capture that in a bottle. You can't even capture it on a picture. You have to be in the midst of that delight. When was the last time you went and just stood on the beach and waited for the beautiful sunset? It's been way too long for me, I got to tell you. I'm going to go when I get my kite. And just this Friday afternoon, Reverend Matthew and I went to an afternoon concert for the Sarasota Music Festival, the young folks that we did pizza for the week before, or the Sunday before, and who typically are here to play music for us in June. But because of COVID restrictions, they weren't able to be here. So we went to them. Oh my gosh! Being in the midst of their musical talent elevated us into the heavens. It was an incredible delight. And to see these young people so talented and so immersed in their music, oh my gosh, it doesn't get much better than that, right? Go to a concert. Go listen to somebody on the beach playing a guitar. Go to the drum circle, whatever. Capture moments of delight. Make yourself available to moments of delight. And to prepare us, I'm going to say let's move within and let's entertain delight right now. So I'm going to invite you once again to close your eyes or create a soft focus. And take a deep breath in. Let it fill and surround your heart. And then exhale fully. And just during this time, continue to breathe in deeply and exhale fully. Put yourself in that divine flow. You're always in the divine flow, but this makes us more conscious of it. So just take a moment to breathe. And I'm going to begin with one of my favorite delights. The poetry of Hafiz, 13th century Persian poet Hafiz. I caught the happy virus last night when I was out singing beneath the stars. It is remarkably contagious. Breathe that in. Breathe in that happy virus. And take that feeling within. Really feel that happy virus taking off within you. And remember, take a moment to go back and remember your moments of delight when you caught the happy virus and you knew it. Go back and remember those moments of delight. And as you capture them, see it vividly in your mind's eye and re-experience the feeling of that delightful moment in this now moment. So just go within and reminisce those moments of delight. See them, feel them, experience them in the silence. Embrace those happy moments, those moments of delight. Feel them deeply within and re-experience them. Use your imagination to anticipate some moments of delight that may be coming to you very soon. Imagine upcoming moments of delight. Open and be available to them. And out of your imagination, plan for and create moments of delight going forward. Be delight of the world. It is who you are. And again, from Hafiz, wherever God lays his glance, life starts clapping. The myriad creatures grab their instruments and join the song. The jewel in the eye starts to dance. Be delight of the world. And slowly bring your awareness and your presence back to this time and this space. Gently open your eyes when you're ready and be here now. Blessings on your journey with delight. Go fly a kite or one of Woody's balloons. And so it is, And together we say, thank God within and all around us. Amen.
Ready?
Would love for you to email some of your moments of delights to me, because then you get to share it with me and I get to stand in your delight. Thank you. Yeah. Should we tear it?
Yeah, stir it up. You can stand up and dance, whatever you want to do. It's fun. There's no more trouble in my life. My heart's desire's been fulfilled. I'm never frightened or worried. I got the Spirit in me. I get down and I pray. Nothing bad ever gets in my way now. Nothing on earth can pull me down. And with the Spirit, there's nothing but good now. I got the Spirit in me. 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 They say this world is a bad place. We're in a time of disgrace. I know I'm one in a million who have been given God's grace. Whoa, sit down and I pray. Nothing bad ever gets in my way now. Nothing on earth can hold me down. I'm gonna shout, gonna give God the praise. I got the meat in me. I got the Spirit 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 in me. Woo! I feel funky. I feel good. God tell you I'm coming to your neighborhood. Yeah. I got the Spirit in me. Sing along. I got the Spirit in me. I got the Spirit in me. Yeah, I got the Spirit in me. 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 Woo! I got the Spirit in me. 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 Yeah, yeah, I got the Spirit in me. I got the Spirit in me. I got the Spirit in me.
And we have some small spirits here to remind us. You know, I like to call the children our wisdom keepers because they still hold the wisdom that we once had when we were that small. And then we did this funky thing called growing up. And we lost some of that spirit. We lost some of that wisdom. Look at these guys. Look at them. Look at them. These are delightful. Here's some delight right before our very eyes. Let's bless this. Next slide, please. Let's do our blessing of these beautiful, beautiful examples of spirit. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we see the living Spirit in you. Amen. Woo! And thank you to our Sunday school teacher, Cheryl. Yay! We love it. She got the Spirit in her. She got the Spirit in her. She got the Spirit in her. Yeah. All right. I love that. I love that. You know how kids are like that? I mean, they just get it. They get the energy and they go with it. And then we get older and think, well, somebody might see me. Oh, I might look stupid. Look stupid, for God's sakes. It's delightful. I love when you look stupid, and I love it even when I look stupid. So come on. All right. No inhibitions. On that note, we'll get a little more proper. We'll have our chaplains, our prayer chaplains and our ministers come forward Know that these folks are here to be your spiritual support. They are here after the service for what we call a 1-minute miracle, because prayer and knowing only takes that long. And so they will be available to you to pray with and for you to have a greater experience of delight or whatever else it is that you are bringing into your life right now. Let's thank them for their service. Great. And we also have David back there in the booth. He can pray with you as well. He's our head chaplain, in fact. And Reverend Amy is somewhere. I think she's watching TV in the other room. No. She's actually watching the service live streamed in the fellowship hall. So we were testing that today. So she's available as well for prayer. It's just, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have someone else know the truth with you. It's very supportive. Also, I want to remind you that we have a Wednesday evening music and inspiration service at 7 p.m. every Wednesday evening. It's really a wonderful little oasis in the middle of the week, very uplifting, very different energy in that service. It's more internal. It's more of that inside out. And so this week, our theme is world peace. God knows we can use more of that. And the music will be brought to you by Elaine Silver and myself. So please join us. We would love to have your energy. We'd love to have her energy with us. Anytime, anywhere is what I'm saying. Okay. That's great. I love that. I want to do that. That felt pretty good. You should try that. As soon as you stand up in a minute, try that. It's really pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to do that every day. Yeah. It's my exercise, my new exercise program. All right, this is our opportunity to remind ourselves and each other that we live in an abundant universe with a generous, generous God. And so know that those of you who are on the live stream can also help and support this spiritual community, as well as those of you who are here. I know many of you send your gifts in electronically or by mail or whatever it is. I just want to say that because we live in an abundant universe with a generous God, we have enough to enjoy, more than enough to enjoy, and to spare and to share, even if it's just a little bit. Take that opportunity because it builds our own mental equivalent. It builds our own capacity to receive and to give. And so we don't pass the baskets anymore just because it's a little bit healthier. And so we have these lovely, lovely people at the doors on your way out who are very appreciative to receive your gift. If you're not doing a physical gift today because you've sent it in or whatever, at least put your hand over the plate in blessing and prayer so that you can be part of that flow and circulation as well. And so please affirm this with me. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly. Wonderful. And I'm going to ask you now to stand up, and we're going to do our prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. Remember, at some point, you're going to do this. All right? You ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us wherever God is, and all is well.
Yes, there is peace on earth.